Y'all know what it is already, right? It's your boy Quest, and this is your marriage moment. Let's go. What up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Marriage Moments. It's your boy Quest, and for those of you who are watching for the very first time, it's your boy Quest. As always, man, shouts out to everybody who has been supporting us for a minute. If you like the work that we're doing, and if you've been applying, I should say, any of the principles that we've been showing in any of our videos, do me a favor, comment in the section below. Hit like, share with as many people as you want to, or with somebody you feel might need this video. But this week I want to jump into servant leadership. Yep, you said it, servant leadership. I just want to read, as always, we should always be trying to get better in terms of who we are individually. And if we're better individually, then we'll be better in our marriages, right? And I was reading this week a book written by Jay Niblick. And I got to this one paragraph and it was really interesting. And I wanted to share a little bit of the paragraph with you as it relates to servant leadership, right? It says, it's essential for today's employers to recognize and cultivate their employees' talents and gifts if they want to retain them and remain viable in the marketplace. And it's critical for employees to understand what really motivates them in order to be able to communicate these needs to their employers and generate opportunities for win-win situations where they are committed to peak performance and feel like there's principle and enjoyment in what they do, where business owners and managers are nurturing and efficiently supporting their staff, and companies are reaping the benefits of cooperation and optimal productivity. What you see here, right, is first of all, servant leadership, right? From a company standpoint, where the employers are pretty much nurturing the talents and the gifts of their employees and giving them exactly what they need in order for them to properly function and do their best on the job. When they are doing their best on the job, guess who reaps the benefits on the back end of that? The employers. Why? Because when you're in business, let's keep it 100. You're in business to make money. If you're not making money, then chances are you're losing money. There's no in between. And so in this situation, right, or in the context of marriage, let's just look at the husbands as business owners, if you will, and the wives as the employees. And let me just put this disclaimer out there. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that wives work for husbands. I'm not saying that. Listen to the principle, not the actual situation. Although situations change, principle always stays the same. And what I'm saying is that husbands, I'm putting the weight of the responsibility on us this morning. That when you provide your wife with everything that she needs to be a wife, right? When she's functioning in her position and she feels like she's thriving as a wife, guess who gets the benefit of that on the back end? You do. Why? Because the relationship is interdependent upon one another. Just as it is here in this explanation that Jay Niblick is laying out. When an employer supplies its employee with everything that they need in order to be successful, and they are successful, they generate good business. When they generate good business, you increase your bottom line and you increase client number, which ultimately turns into cha-ching dollar signs. When the company is making money and making money hand over foot, guess who gets the benefit of that on the back end? The employer does. So the employer continues to pay and to nurture and to cultivate the talents of their employee and give them exactly what they need to do their job. They continue performing in their job. And when they perform well in their job, guess what? The turnover rate won't be high. They're going to stay exactly where they are. They're not going anywhere. Why? Because they're getting everything that they need to wonderfully perform their job. And if they're rewarded properly and treated good, they're going to perform for the company, and the employer reaps the benefits on the back end. It's the same principle in marriage. When a husband does for a wife what he needs to do for his wife in terms of cultivate and nurture and give her everything that she needs to efficiently function as a wife and thrive, she in turn is going to be looking to pour back into his tank and give him back exactly what he needs so he can continue to be the head of the house head of the home, head of the family, right? And continue to give her what she needs. And when she's thriving, she's going to give him back what he needs. And I promise you, it's an interdependent relationship where the husband gives the wife what she needs, the wife gives the husband what he needs, and they thrive together as a couple. The family thrives together as a family unit. But anytime there is a need that goes unmet, that's when the challenges come into play. That's where servant leadership takes place. When you assume the role, the proper role of leadership, you give to your family members what they need, such to the point that they can thrive. And guess what? They in turn, things go awry though when we start getting selfish. A lot of the times that you see marriages in turmoil or in disagreement or where there's this struggle for power is because people are operating outside of their lane, number one. Number two, they're being selfish because they're trying to get things in the relationship to work the way that they want it to work, right? And I found out, the word declares it best, that when you give, it shall be given back unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over with good measure. And in servant leadership, the operative word in leadership is to serve. And when you serve your wife, and wife, when you serve your husband, in other words, when you give, that giving that you give is going to come back to you in ways that you could not even imagine. So this week, guys, that's what I want you to do. Operate from a place of servant leadership where you're serving your spouse in a way, right, that allows them to thrive and be the best that they possibly can be. And when they're the best that they can possibly be, guess what? You're going to reap the benefits on the back end. From shaky to good, from good to great. Ultimately, what we want is phenomenal, but phenomenal don't just happen. It takes work, specifically working on servant leadership. And when you do that, my friends, you're going to win. Because if you're not working on your marriage, then what are you doing? It's your boy Quest. Peace. What up, y'all? It's your boy Quest, man. Listen, I am a firm believer in marriages winning. That's right, including yours. So if you know somebody that might be able to use this information, or you might be able to use this information, subscribe, comment in the section below, like, and like I said, share with someone else. All right? If you want to reach me on social media, my Instagram link is over to the left. All right? Peace.